also higher risk. It's week 1 of the National Football League, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Eagles and the Giants on Thursday night.
As the weekend approaches, let's settle in and end the week right, with an outstanding Thursday night contest here with the NFL on EA Sports. For the first time this season, I'm Kate Scott alongside Brock Heward up in this broadcast booth, and the long wait is over, partner. A new season officially begins tonight.
Yeah, and these are the two teams who have the honor, really the privilege of ringing in the new regular season. And I know, with how long it's been since the Super Bowl ended, any two teams would be great to watch. But as usual, well, Park Avenue and the NFL has scheduled a...
5 glorious months of football about to get underway. We're all set, and away we go in a new NFL season. And Dory Jackson now to return it. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So out come the Giants, their first drive of the game coming up. And bringing them out, a former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Kid, I really think this is one of those moments where every starting quarterback in the opener, right, week 1, all has a sense of gratitude, all has a smile on their face. You're one of 32 guys on the planet to get to start an NFL season, and you want to make the most of that chance.
You're set up at the 35 now.
Hey, Ron!
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. And they bring him down after he ran through him up to the 43. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Go, go! Go, go! Here we go.
Here's another carry for Barkley. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock. Sending them out on short notice while a new offense preps to head out. We've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover.
Under review.
All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that?
After review of the
Take
play,
that fumble away.
ruling on
The officials
field is
overturn the
reversed.
call and say he was down.
Red, I'm red.
Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Make it a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Caught by Theo Johnson. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That's another New
Red,
York
23.
Giants. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Lawrence now off the play action. Buying some time right. Finds him on the crossing route. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Hey,
Giants throwing here. Escapes out to the left. He tucks it and takes off. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Well, nearly the end of that series, partner. You could almost see those players rooting for the ball to bounce across that sideline before a defender made the recovery.
Yeah, sometimes...
Touchdown! The Giants finish up an excellent opening series. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. What an outstanding opening series, partner. They just wore down that defense as they marched their way to the end zone.
Yeah, it took a whole bunch of that opening script to find a touchdown, but it showed just how well designed that script was. It was the right sequence of plays to keep that ball moving and find the end zone, but getting your offense a step.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead. Well, the way they confidently marched down the field on that drive, a little bit surprised to see them struggle from just a couple yards out, Brock.
Can I tell you, Kate, I'm not all that surprised. I mean, the percentages tell you that these are not a gimme by any means. And now all you've done, well, is just give me that defense a little bit of momentum.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. From the gun, carry by Singletary. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Singletary again. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play. This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. Now motion him out of the backfield. So the new NFL season officially well underway. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're looking at 3rd and very long. They kick the running back in motion. Now Hurts on 3rd and long. That pass complete to Goddard. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. The Giants and Saquon Barkley ready to take over once again. And they are really starting the season off with a banger of a contest here, Brock. A chance to measure up against a division rival, and this win could be an important one to have in hand in just a few months. This one misses the tight end. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Lawrence in the pistol. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete.
Well, I'll tell you what that deflection is all about is following the quarterback's eyes. DB knew where that throw was going. With that intuition, he was able to get a hand on it and send it right out of bounds.
Brought in along the sideline. Just need an official ruling, and they say catch. Great play. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Hey, go!
1st down, a run with Barkley. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Hey, Lion!
1st down, and they go right back to it. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
23. Here we go.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll go down here at the 16. A gain of 5, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
Hey, hey, hey. Time.
From the 16. And down he goes. The Eagles got him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 4th and long.
I don't fault the look downfield at all. I mean, that was just a situation there where it's a better defensive play than the offense executing.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Now for the 2nd time this game, we're going to look at the Philly offense. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. On 1st down, Hurts. His pass is complete. That's Zay Flowers. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Bails out of... Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
Hey, let's go.
Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. On the play fake, it's Hurts. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. Philadelphia going to spend its 2nd timeout. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Give to Singletary from the gun. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. It's a gain of 5, but they still need a bunch here on 4th down. The Eagles are in punt formation. First punt win 45 yards. This looks considerably further. Last drive of the half isn't going to be long. 14 seconds remaining.
Lisa 24.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. After fighting his way to the 32. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Hey, let's go.
Back to throw it. Off his back foot, hurling this deep. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up. One last play before the break.
Hey, easy, Ralph.
A final throw before the break. He's looking deep once again. That's complete. 45. So we've reached the half in this year's NFL kickoff game to the season. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our... Well, the teams are ready. The fans are ready. Let's give the people what they came here for. We'll jump past halftime and get right back to the game. We'll see what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our 2nd half. Here's Smith on the return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Hurts now from the gun. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. Gets it to the 15. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles reach pay dirt. Devin Singletary with the touchdown. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And they'll take the lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Jackson now to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Giants and this running back headed back out for a new series. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, run! Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. Headed out right. He finds Johnson. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. New set of downs for him at the 38.
Hey, go!
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Escapes the pocket. And the man is there to knock that away.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. Connects with Johnson. And that will not be enough for a 1st down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Toward the sideline, and he locates Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Out of the gun, Lawrence. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play. You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
3rd and long for him here. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's out of bounds right at the 25-yard line. Like so many of the league's quarterbacks know how to do, this guy has really taken over much of this game, and it's been his dual-threat ability that served as the catalyst for that.
And let's give him a lot of credit here, Kate, because he's the one who recognized there'd be opportunities aplenty to hit this defense with his legs. He's picked the right moments, picked his spots, and that stat line's benefited.
And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Giants grab the lead on their first series of the half. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all, at this point, expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
All set now for the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
They've got first down from the 31. From the pistol, Hurts. That's caught by A.J. Brown. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Yeah, we hear about it all the time. A short memory, right? We hear about it with quarterbacks a lot, Kate, when they make a mistake. But it works the same way for a defense, a whole position group. You have got to flush that big play, come back and play the next play, and boy, did the defense do it there.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again, following the sack. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Here he is on third and long. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Devontae Smith, the intended target. And now they're staring at fourth and long. A lot of pressure on this kick for Jake Elliott. Ball in the left hash, the distance 53 yards. And his kick is blocked.
We could say they picked a great time to block the kick, but let's be honest. Any time is a great time to get through and block one. It really rewards the effort that those special teamers put in each and every time out. It might not always get noticed, but it sure does there. Big time.
On first and 10, here's Lawrence. Gets this to Johnson. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Lawrence now off the play action. He sends this one to the end zone. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's 3rd and short.
Red on red. Here we go.
They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs. Markers reset, ball at the 37. And they're going to throw, no spike, trying to catch him off guard. And that one falls incomplete. An unexpected call, but it does not get the better of them defensively. That one missed the mark. And it sets up 2nd down.
Rip, 23.
Lawrence working from the gun. Got Evans, it's complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Giants will have a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Hey. Silver.
Working inside the red zone. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Giants leading by 7. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Decent 24. Silver.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go.
They'll try again with Barkley. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. And right away, we get a timeout from the defense. 1:51 to go.
Hey, run.
Barkley. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. 3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Brings up 4th and goal.
The Giants using their first timeout as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up.
Hey, go.
They'll run for it with Barkley. And that hit stops him in his tracks. And he will not get there. They stop him on 4th and goal. What a stand to force that turnover on downs. Fullback dive up the gut. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Eagles hustling everyone back to the line. And he won't find an escape. They converge and drop him for the safety. After surrendering the safety, they're out to boot it away. He fields this at the 18. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. The Giants returning their offense and this running back to the field. And we... Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Red on red. Here we go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. He throws a bullet to this. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles are going to have it after his second interception of the season. First down throwing for Hurts. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Now to throw. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, where they come down to a play or two and third downs. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them
and they get to him and haul him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate said, you got to go for it. You're in four-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
Taking a big shot for the end zone. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. All right, this is going to be the final play of the game.
Rip, 23.
Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Throwing deep for the end zone. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. The rookie from Penn State makes the play. And the Eagles make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So the Giants come away with the win.
UL. Usurski.
What's up?
How your day?
Good, good, and yours?
Good. Gonna get some snacks. It's his brother again and you didn't answer my question. I have a new one. Can you make it clap in slow-mo? Hey man, my brother is just weird. Sorry for that message he sent. I am deleting it.
By EA Sports. It's the Giants.
Two teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. They're led by the #1 overall pick of the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener through a couple of ill-timed
Would you rather play running back or quarterback?
Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. Got his man, it's Warren. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. Off play action, it's Minshew. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now run straight ahead with Warren. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Minshew sets to throw. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Carlson able to put this one through. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. Their 2nd drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down. And this play still live. He faked the spike. Going to throw it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time.
Run to the end zone.
And find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Now Minshew. Short throw caught by Bowers. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Well, this defense for the Giants, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And they needed to be, because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of the game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Vegas. The home-standing Raiders with a football here, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Minshew with nowhere to go, and they take him to the ground. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another, because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Trevor Lawrence and the rest of the offense heading back out there. And he's been loose with the football early. Interceptions on the first couple of drives. As they start again here, we'll see if he can do better. 1st and 10. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Giants. CeeDee Lamb, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Giants have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
As we prepare for these games, we've noticed offensive coordinators have had an expanded playbook on 2-point conversion tries, because they never know when they may have to use it during a game.
But that also means the defense probably has more for these situations too, right?
No doubt about it. I think for the most part, defenses will be aggressive on 2-point tries. They want to get after the offense and make them force the issue.
And here the defense wins.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's Minshew. That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. And it's 2nd down.
Good coverage by Andrew Phillips.
On the give, it's Warren. Now he's loose at the 40. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 27-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Short throw caught by Bowers. Will go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. Got his man. It's Williams. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A handoff for Warren. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will tie things up at 6-6. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, it's just not as much space. You end up having to take 3 there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The pressure gets to Lawrence, and he'll go down. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3rd and 19. Now Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Give the pass break up there to Christian Fulton.
Well, certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Steps away to his left. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the gun, Minshew to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Raiders are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. They'll drop the throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've got to run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Oh, and this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. The kick by Carlson is good, and they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Giants with one final possession here in this 1st half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson. On the move past the 40 and down to the 20-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And the Giants 1st down.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. CeeDee Lamb in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
They're going to run it with Barkley. But he is not going to make it into the end zone. They stop him short, so they'll add only 6 as we come up on halftime. So now, Charles, 2 touchdowns, 2 tries at 2-point conversions, and both fail.
And you want to say, let's go ahead and run the kicker out there from now on. But the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you got to dial up more 2-point conversions and hope you're successful from here on out.
So we come upon halftime here with a visit. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Raider offense ready to go here to start the third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come, their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. They'll run it. Warren. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now a run with Warren. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 64 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
It's the pick of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Giants offense and Trevor Lawrence getting set for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. He just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, first down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They work now on 2nd and 9. Now a first carry for their fullback. And this will be a Giants first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Second down, here's Barkley again. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence to throw. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 15-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Barkley is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD.
Saquon Barkley, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead.
A big play looming for the Giants as they'll go for 2.
Back to throw, Lawrence.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Robert Spillane.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Minshew.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Minshew.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big 3rd down. And that's caught by Williams. Still going inside the 20.
And finally wrestled down at the 11.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the 2nd half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a 2nd half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to KC to take on the Chiefs. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
It's week 3 of the 2025 season, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Bears and the Giants on Monday Night Prime Time.
Thank you to Trey Mosley for the introduction. We are indeed excited to welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. So good to have you with us, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here in the booth. Carter, these are a couple of teams that struggled a year ago, finished out of the playoffs. They were under 500. That's what you love about the NFL. A new season brings renewed optimism.
Absolutely, and really, Mike, a lot of new faces at critical places. I mean, there is a lot of new pieces to the puzzle here, both coaching staff.
Here's Evan McPherson. And off we go here on Monday night. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Giants offense making their way out for the first time. Leading them out, the former number 1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft. It's Trevor Lawrence.
One thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week. He doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today.
Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, here we go.
Back to throw. Lawrence. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He's going to let one go deep for Lamb. And the Bears will get the ball at their own 17-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. On 1st and 10, it's Williams. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. First run of the game here for DeAndre Swift. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown, Bears. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bears will take a 7-0 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Giants offense ready now for their 2nd drive. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds. This offense, they're not interested in taking the deep shot here. Second and short, the way they're running the ball, pound the rock, reset the downs, and just keep the drive alive.
Easy, route.
They send Evans in motion. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Hey, run!
Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And the coverage right there. This ball knocked away. It's incomplete. Here's a 3rd and 10.
Hey, go!
They go play action for Lawrence. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And now he's not spiking it. It's a fake.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Williams. That'll be caught by DeAndre Swift.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
The tight end, Komet, is on the move. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Lawrence now. That is intercepted. It's the veteran safety, Kevin Byard. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The tight end, Komet, is on the move. Quick throw, taken in. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here. You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Now he's carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. But he'll gather it back in. Oh, man, Greg, those must be scary times for a player. Not that it happened to you often, but he lost the ball but was able to get it back and avoid the turnover.
Well, Mike, I hate to admit it, but unfortunately, I was in that situation a few times. And I'll tell you what, when that ball pops out of your hand, the only thing on your mind is there anything I can do to get it back? In this case, he was able to get it back, and he dodged the bullet.
And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. Williams to throw on second down. And he's in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Chicago. McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Bears move further out in front. It is now 17-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And that did not go as planned. He's out of bounds on the return at his own 15-yard line. Here's the Giants offense now. They get set to take over once more. They trail this one 17-0 now. Really need to find some inspiration, some momentum on this drive as they'll begin here with first down. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive. From the 34 now, it's first and 10.
Here we go, son.
Lawrence. That's to the right side and incomplete. He was trying to get it to C.D. Lamb. And it'll bring up second down. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's down the field for Lamb. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
Second down, Lawrence. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. He was trying to find Saquon Barkley coming out of the backfield. And it's going to bring up a third down.
All right, let's go. Silver.
Now here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And that is incomplete. The defense very